From the heart of Perth to the world beyond, let's hear your roar. Perth Swan Cricket, let's make it clear. The community sports show brings us the cheer. Batting, bowling and fielding with flair. Each game is a story for the players out there. Riding the highs, embracing the lows with passion and pride. That's how this game flows. It's the PSCA Review Show, bringing you magic and many a treat. Feel the thrill and the pain and even the heat. Awards and recognition for all every week. Come on, join us. Let's take a peek. Hey! Breakdown of the action. Listen to the crowd. Cheers for the wicket. Oh, they're screaming loud. Cricket's not just a game. It's a sight to behold. Stories of legends, both young and the old. No matter the grade, we cover it all. With every wicket taken, we rise and we fall. Across the grounds of Perth, we gather and share memories of triumph, skill, and the players' great flair. It's the PSCA Review Show, bringing you magic and many a treat. Feel the thrill and the pain and even the heat. Awards and recognition for all every week. Come on, join us. Let's take a peek. United and strong, with every strap pulled tight, we all sing along. Commentary electric with stories that soar. This week's highlights leave us hungry for more. Catching every moment, we live for the fight. Every player's battle, our hearts feel it right. It's the PSCA Review Show, bringing you magic and many a treat. Feel the thrill and the pain and even the heat. Awards and recognition for all every week. Come on, join us. Let's take a peek. So tune in each Friday. Don't miss the show. For all that's exciting, the hype and the glow. Thanks to the sponsors who believe in the game. Your support and pride have earned you the fame. To Perth and beyond, we're proud to declare the PSCA Review Show is tops everywhere. With bats and with balls, we're ready to roll. Join in the action. Come and feel the soul.
Dun 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 dun. G'day, 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 or good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. A big warm welcome to the Community Sports Show for the final edition. It's the grand final review and season wrap-up edition of the Intersport Slater Gartrell Perth Swan Cricket Association review show. It is March the 25th. Week 22 of our competition, and it's time to get into it. Flying solo tonight because, like you all, I've got plenty going on in life at the moment, and fingers crossed this will be one of our quicker shows. But big welcome to you, big shout out to all of our new followers. Plenty of people joined us during the week. A thanks as always to the clubs who are co-hosting or sharing this show with your club members. Thanks for being a part of it. Well, I said it's a grand final review, and we're going to kick it off with a bit of a recap. Going into the grand finals, we'd already lost 4 minor premiers. Last Saturday and Sunday, 6 more minor premiers fell, meaning that just 3 clubs got the double, that is the minor premiership title and the premiership flag. Congratulations to Brabham Racers for their B grade effort. Caversham Crusaders in the E grade there. Caversham going in with 5 sides, got 40% success rate there. So Steve Abbott and the crew at Caversham, well done on that win, and also to the City Beach Green Range. They went in with 2 and got through with 1, so their H grade are both minor premiers and the 25-26 season premiers. Congratulations to Dianella, the Southerners, that is Southern Rossmoyne and Maylands, winning their flags from second place. Bayswater in first grade, Caversham in the second grade, Dianella, Scarborough, Mount Lawley, Inglewood and Bullsbrook taking it from third. And this team over my shoulder here, the Middle Swan 78s, taking out the C grade title and the only club to get a flag from fourth place. So well done to everyone down there, and I do have a smile because it is my club, but to recognise that you're the only team to do it from fourth, fantastic effort, and we're only looking up from here. Hope you like the big wall across the back there. No one but premiers on our back wall display today. Dianella, Caversham, Bayswater, Scarborough, Ascot, Southern Rossmoyne there, Middle Swan. Over here we've got Brabham, Mount Lawley, Inglewood and of course the association to wrap it up. So something to bring to the wind-up maybe, or next year's first meeting. I don't want to have to carry more stuff around at the wind-up, thanks. And congratulations to Caversham as well, the only club to bag more than one premiership with, as I said, 2 out of their 5 sides getting the win. Plenty of news coming through from clubs about wind-ups. Ours isn't until the 17th of April, but a few clubs having theirs now, and I'm getting a few posts and updates. So congratulations to everyone who is having their awards night at the moment, and congratulations to all the winners. Whether you're batsman, bowler, fielder, club person, volunteer, whatever club award you get, be mindful that it is a privilege and also a pleasure to be at a local sporting club. Alright, well, let's get into it, as they say. 13 grades we'll have a look at, and we'll kick it off with our broadcast match last week. First place Swan View versus third placed Bayswater. And I got a bit of stick from Peasy about the kiss of death, saying that Swan View went into the game on a 9-win streak, but had lost to Bayswater in round 1 in the 2-day format. Well, Swan View won the toss and chose to bowl on a near perfect day, and the first couple of overs, well, none for 9. It looked like the Bulldogs were going to put a big total on, but suddenly in the third they became 2 for 9, and at 6 for 48 things started looking a bit shaky for Bayswater before what I love, a tail wag, the dog's tail standing tall to get them to 125 off 57 overs there. So a decent score, not huge in the grand scheme of our season, but score on the board. And Alex McFarlane, the anchor there at 4 with 36 off 102. So a good solid anchor is what most teams want, and that was Alex on the weekend. Ryan Lynch put on 14 at 8. Matt Sadler with 37 off 54 down at 9 there, and then Jaden Francis chipping in with 10 at 10 to get him to that total of 125. Rest of the bowlers for Swan View, well, he's a hard man to keep down. Leon Ottobrino, 4 for 21 off 16 overs, was a machine on the first day, just couldn't slow him down there. Well, Nick Kinlay, Tanveer Sivan and Matt Parnham all had 2 to their name. Well, being rolled for 125 on day 1 meant Bayswater sent Swan View in to bat for a while, and they were 5 for 75 off 26 at the end of day 1, and the match at that stage looked evenly poised. Swan View still with Matt Parnham, Tom Atkinson in the batting lineup, still plenty of batting there. Chris Wollaston with 32 at the top of the order, Aaron Russell with 12, and they contributed a couple of run-outs to put themselves in jeopardy there at the end of day one. Tom Atkinson, he worked hard on day two down there at 9 to finish with 17 off 21 before falling as the last wicket to the captain of Bayswater, Wes Morton, caught and bowled. He led the bowling attack with 5 for 19, 5 for 31 off 19 for Wes there, really standing up, and the rodeo man Matt Sadler bagging 2 for 47 to go with his haul of 37. Bayswater get the win and won their first grade title in 26 years. So well done to John and the team behind the team at Bayswater there. And congratulations to Matt Sadler for taking out the first grade man of the match as awarded by the umpires of the day, Tony Perkins and Dave Aitchison, who on fire out there, gentlemen. Okay, so I put a comment at the start. It says, are you ready? I have one last Slater Gartrell Intersport voucher to give away, and I'll give it away on the show tonight, but you need to jump into the comments on the show page there in this feed down below and just say good day. It's as simple as that, and you'll be in the running. I'll draw that before we wrap the show up tonight. In second grade, second in fact of our minor premiers to go down on Sunday. Allenbrook were first. They only put on 80 though, and Caversham putting on 9 for 165 off 69. That was enough to get them the win. Kobe Fernie leading the batting with 21, helped out by Nathan Willisey and Riley Watson, both with 13, whilst Sadhu Singh and Carmel Kermi, had 4 for 24, and Mike Ash chipped in with a couple. For Caversham, he's a stalwart who's been around a long time and he's continuing to show his worth there. Jeff Carter with 68, supported by Amrit Verk with 54, and then down at 9, Sheldon Baker putting on 19 to get Caversham to that total of 165 for victory. And Ryland Canal, well, Allenbrook disappointing with the bat, not many mentions there, but Ryland Canal standing up with the ball, taking 4 for 31, and Aaron Dis with a couple. Well, I see you there, Jeffrey. I was going to do this later, but I want to give a thanks to Jeffrey's dad there, Mick, one of my darts team. We're currently sitting second on the ladder, and one of the things I was going to mention was the presents I've received. This is one of them. Of course, I got the Bucks shirt from Bucks jumper from the Ulster Ragley Cricket Club as well, thanks to Mr. Cheese and Jean there. We'll have a chat about that. Good to see you online, Jeffrey. You're now in the running for that finals Slater Gartrell Intersport voucher there. Having a look at third grade, this was a battle of third versus fourth. Both 1 and 2 were knocked out in the week before, meaning that Ascot got to host at home at Middleton Park. 3 for 99 off 34 was enough to beat Bayswater, who put on 97 off 64 there. One of several low-scoring games across the weekend. Tanmay Kulapaka had 45 off 186 for Bayswater to be their best batsman, while Mohit Karma had 3 for 20, Liam Baston 3 for 23, and Mike Stevenson chipped in with a couple. For Ascot, Liam Baston backed up his 3-for with 39 not out off 30 balls there. Jason Paletti with 26 not out, while Russ Keegan had 18, and Matt Dowsett of Bayswater with 2 for 6, the only multiple wicket taker, having lost 3. It's hard to get more than that. So I don't know, and viewers, if you're online and you know who got the Man of the Match awards at your respective grade finals, please let me know. I could speculate, like up there in second grade, I'd probably have to suggest that Jeff Carter would have got the nod, not sure. And the third grade there for Ascot, Liam Baston would no doubt have got the gig. Alright, well that's it for the opening segment. We've got through the first three grades. We're going to have a really quick break here because it is the grand final wrap up. I'm enjoying a grown-up drink thanks to, well, I'm speaking of thanks to Belmont for the drink holder there, having a little Monty's Black. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Community Sports Show.
Since 2019, we've been loud and been proud. The Community Sports Show, telling tales for the crowd. From Perth, Western Australia, I'm Nat Knowles in all of the team. Sharing the stories from all sports all over the world. Everyone is welcome to share in the fun. From the large to the small, to stand proud and tall. To tell us their stories, regale us with glories. We lift up the stars, we from near and from The Community Sports Show, your home of the people, their tales and their dreams. It's the only place for you and your
Da-da-da-da, I'm back. Big thanks to all of our sponsors as they popped up there. We can't do the show without them, and if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'll be looking for a couple of new ones, I think, next year. If you'd like to come on board as a sponsor of the Community Sports Show, I'd love to have a chat to you in the off-season, just like I'll try and catch up with Chris Varghese, who I want to say thanks to. He brought a touch of the professionalism that Jeffrey's talking about by giving us an actual scoreboard that looks like a scoreboard and a system that I could use that didn't have me making too many errors. Thanks, Chris. Look forward to catching up and getting a non-cricket version of a scoreboard. But right now, let's get into the one-day competitions, 10 grades to get through. And we kick it off with the Vision Decor one day A grade. Not just a sponsor of ours, but also of the association, and a big shout out to Mike and Lisa Ash of Vision Decor for their continued support of cricket. Alright, let's have a look, because this was there were 4 top of the table clashes, 1v2, and Caversham 170 off 38 were the minor premiers, but they went down to the Demons, who got up 6 for 201 off their 40 overs, batting first. A strong performance by the Demons. Well done to them on getting in, and well done on getting the win. Rayan Cox with 80 off 92 batting at 4 there for Dianella. 8 fours and 3 sixes, the best of the batsmen. Tim Durrell just falling short of a half century in a grand final. Unlucky there, Tim. 49 not out, while Brad Hutchinson top scored for the Demons. Kabinder Singh, the only multiple wicket taker, with 2 for 19. Actually, Brad, not sure what you scored, but well done. You were the third highest. Hasn't got a score there. I was thinking, surely there's a score there. Well, the secret Dianella did what only very few sides have been able to do this year, and that was keep the Caversham Crusaders top order relatively quiet. Jeevanpreet, that's Lali, Garganpreet, Sky and Chiranjeev, the better or the best performers for Caversham this season with the bat. They were kept to a combined total of just 16 runs for 33 off 33 there, so really doing a job there. The Demons, that's Jag Singh, had 72 off 110 at one. Must have been wondering what on earth was going on as his side fell around him before Arashdeep Singh came in at 7 to put on 30. Good to see you there, Punuth. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good to have your support, mate. And appreciate it throughout the year. I hope I've represented your name, Gunasakara, reasonably well. Anthony Hupping, the best of the bowlers for Dianella. He had 4 for 17. And Hayden Boffey chipped in with 2. Man of the match, well, you'd probably have to give that one there. Jag Singh, unfortunately, in a losing side, probably didn't get it. Good effort there, but Rayan Cox, I suspect, got the gong. In B grade, well, Caversham, they had 5 sides going in, and in the second top of the table clash, it was neighbours Brabham, the Racers, who raced towards 12-0 at the three-quarter mark of the season before a late season collapse. They found some form at the right time, and unfortunately for Caversham, they put on 160 off 36. Brabham able to chase that down, 7 for 162 off 30. For the Crusaders, Vijay Kangwar was 63, batting at 5, and that's a third of the score from the bloke batting at 5. Raj Singh had 19, Amrit Pal took 3 for 12, and Dalip Singh had 2. Harmanpreet Singh, he had 57 off 73, batting at 3 for Brabham. And a big fan of the show, Varun Mago, had 43 not out. A bit of form returning at the right time for Varun there. Amrit Pal putting on 25 to go with his 3 for 12. While Arpan and Raj Singh both had 2 wickets. Man of the match, well, Brabham. Realistically, not bowlers there. Amrit with bat and ball getting a mention. He's been in good form, may or may not be in the Association All-Stars. You'll find out over the weekend. Anyone at the awards will find out Friday night, but I think you'd have to give that one to Harmanpreet Singh with his 57 for the winning side. In C grade, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Caversham, I should have wagered him, but I took the advice of someone earlier in the season, and we do want to gamble responsibly. Steve Abbott, the president of Caversham, was happy to have another wager about a shirt wearing with myself. You're lucky I let you off, Steve, because Middle Swan, chasing 113 by Caversham of 26 overs there, lost to Middle Swan 2 for 115 in just 12 overs. Sahai Lay had 27, Amit Kumar with 26. They were the best for the Crusaders with the bat, while Matt Lolly, Brett Reinholdston, Arman Singh and Josh Downing all had a pair with the ball for Middle Swan. Good day evening there, Samuel. Long time no see. Good to have you online. Samuel, a long time supporter of the show. Good to have you with us, mate. Hope you're well. In reply, this bloke, well, he's come into the Middle Swan side in the later half of the season after joining us for the T20. We are not a one-man club. We are building a club. And Noah Criddle-White with 73 off 41, batting at 2 6-4s and 5 6s, so 54 of his 73 coming off boundaries. Jeffrey Hammond online there. He had 24 not out off 22 to be the best of the batsmen for the 78s, and Satish Kumar, the only bowler to get 2 for the Crusaders. And Jeffrey, if you're online, feel free to let me know who the man of the match was. I never did officially find out. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Noah. But Middle Swan, well, Dave Pease asked me here in the studio last week, he said, Noel, Middle Swan, how long since your last flag? I've got to say, January. Middle Swan taking out their second flag of the season after winning the T20, and this one they won by 8 wickets. All right, let's get into the Coast Final. It was a true coastal final as City Beach. Yeah, I'm not surprised there. Oh, I didn't see the 4 catches. They weren't listed. Thanks for that mention. Normally I give a mention for catches. So Noah, well done. In the D grade, City Beach 117, another minor premier going by the wayside. They could only put on 117 off 32 before Scarborough in a strong performance. I wasn't sure why they stayed out there as long as they needed to, I guess. Scarborough 8 for 196 off their 40. Craig Hagger with 86 off 107 at 2. He no doubt would have got the award there. Trevor Young with 34 and Chris Murphy with 26, all top scoring for Scarborough, while Brock Attard and Tristan Showers with doubles for City Beach. For the batting, City Beach, Gareth King had 33, Tristan Showers 22, James Wood had 21, while the best of the bowlers, Trevor Young 3 for 30, a candidate for player of the match, I'd suspect. Jack Stockdale with 2, and Heinrich Milan with 3 run-out assists for Scarborough. So a great effort there. All right, well, we've got a few names in. Just a reminder, Punith is in the running, Chris is in the running. We've got Jeffrey in the running there, and Samuel to win our Slater Gartrell Intersport $50 gift voucher, our final one for the year. As we go to check out this week's Warriors video, make sure you drop a g'day in the comments to be in the running. I'll be back in just a moment.
Come gather round, it's a brand new week. The games have been played, now let's take a peek. Wickets are falling, cheers rise through the air. Heroes in the making, showing how much they all care. Highlighting legends from every grade. Tales of triumphs, they're never gonna fade. Hey, hey, hear the warriors roar. Hey, celebrating moments. Hey, always giving us more. Hey, hey. Perth Swan cricket, we rise and shine in the game of our Legends come alive, cricket bat swinging, they're ready to thrive. From every club with the glories untold, come join the story, let the magic unfold. Hey, hey, hear the warriors roar, hey, celebrating moments, hey, always giving us more. Hey, hey. Perth Swan cricket, we rise and shine. In the game of our lives, we're doing just fine, 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 fine. With every run scored and each ball that's bowled, a new story is made, it never gets old. We're more than a team, we're a family, we're one. Cricket's our joy, come and join the fun. Hey, hey, hear the warriors roar, celebrating moments, always giving us more. Perth Swan cricket, we rise and shine. In the game of our lives, we're doing just fine, fine, fine. So here's to the teams, and here's to the fun. The community sports show is our number one. Cheers to the players, to every last cheer. Weekly Warriors united, without any fear.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or as it is here in Perth, good night to you all, wherever you are across the globe. A big, warm, heartfelt thank you to everyone who's joined us over the course of tonight and across the course of the season. It is the Intersport Slater Gartrell Perth Swan Cricket Association review show. It is the grand final edition. And as we just saw with the Weekly Warriors, it is the final one for the year. And it was a grand final edition there. Congratulations to all the clubs who took out the premierships. Commiserations to those who didn't. You were still there. And that's more than a few clubs, so well done. And before I move on, just a quick final thank you to all the clubs and the photographers out there across the season that sent in pictures and videos and tagged us in posts on your page. Thank you very much. Your contributions are what make what we do possible. Speaking of what is possible, it is time for our final video moment of the week, and this week we've gone back to our coverage. And there are a few exceptional circumstances of fantastic display in both sides with bat. Leon with his forfer, Wes with his forfer, and a few players with the bat. But let's have a look at what I've deemed to be the final video moment of the week. The big question now. Tom Atkinson on strike up against the Bayswater captain. Wes Morton comes in place, and that's it! That is it! Wes Morton has served up and taken the victory there, and all of a sudden, from the jaws of victory, Swan View, well, Bayswater, the Bulldogs, have shown their bite and fought to the last ball. And Wes Morton steps up as captain and does the job himself to get the final wicket there. Tom Atkinson out, caught for 17. Well, it's hard to argue with the match-winning caught and bowled by the skipper. Swan View getting up by just 9 runs. They took 5 for 75 on day one and then backed it up with 5 for 41 to get Swanview all out for 116, and Wes Morton leading from the front. Congratulations, Wes. I'll organise for you to collect the other of our final Slater Gartrell Intersport vouchers for that effort. All right, let's keep soldiering on, because we've got a few grades to go, and we're going to kick it off with E grade, where they won the B grade. They lost a few. They must have been wondering what was going on. But first placed Caversham, minor premiers, took out the E grade title. Belmont batted first, all out. Unfortunately, the Bally's there, all out for 68 off 30. Disappointing from their side. You were there, guys. I know you will have been disappointed. Every side that loses a grand final walks away disappointed, wondering what if. But you were there, so credit to you for that and on your season. Caversham chasing it down though, 7 for 74 off 26 to win back-to-back flags after taking out the F grade title last year and being promoted. Caversham in the A grade there, and Chris, I saw your smiley face in that photo. Caversham taking the win. It was a bleak start by Belmont, really. First ball of the game, Craig Nichols getting our final platinum duck of the season, or royal if you prefer, and the team having 4 run-outs. Feeling the pressure, put a bit extra on themselves and couldn't quite get a total to defend there. Matt McLaughlin had 33 to have 50% of the Belmont score. Dylan Self with 9 and Dan Mason with 7, the next best batsman, telling you how bleak it was for Belmont there. Sorry, guys. In terms of the bowlers, Tristan Sneak with 2 for 10 and Sharma with 2 for 16, the only Caversham players to get a couple. Mike Munson at 1, he had 32 off 46 to lead the chase, and then it was a bit of a drop down to Nav Anand with 12. Reece Strawn and Mike Smith with 3 for 21 and 2 for 23 respectively. Blake Grabby caused the platinum and got the man of the match. I did actually see a post about Blake getting the man of the match there, so well done, Rabs. Not so well done on... I suppose if you're a Crusader, well done. If you're a Belmont fan, you're probably being cursed. But that's the way it goes. And that is what it's about, isn't it, viewers? You know, we go out there, we compete. Sometimes we love winning. There's no argument from most people that play sport that they love winning and that losing sucks. But you're there, you're having a go, and in the F grade, it was no minor premier in this game, as it was second place Southern Rossmoyne taking on Yokai and Pilbara. And when we have a look at the score there, Yokai and Pilbara putting on 171 off 39 overs there, going down to Southern Rossmoyne, or the Southerners, 7 for 172 in 38.3. So just 9 balls left there, Southern Rossmoyne, cutting it close. Abi Thapa had 66 not out, batting at 66 not out, batting at 5 for Yokai and Pilbara, while at 8 Vadaya had 35 and Garganpreet Sill chipped in with 22. Couple of familiar bowlers got 2, that was Samra Singh and Butter Vangala, while a new name, at least that I recall, Delina Ranawira with 4 for 33 for Southern Rossmoyne, doing the damage there. And when they got a chance to bat, if you don't mind, Damith Butter Vangala, he backed up his 2 wickets with 42 runs at 2, supported by Mahesh Prasad with 63 not out. and Ruchuru Paliagura had been 19 to round out the match there. 4 single wicket takers and 3 run-outs for Yokine. So run-outs causing some chaos in the E grade and the F grade there. Unlucky, guys. Alright, in G grade, it was the top of the table clash again. First place to Allenbrook this time. Going down 102 off 38 was not enough to hold Maylands down. Maylands 6 for 103 in 36. Well done there, Maylands. The Rangers, well, they were 1 for 1. It wasn't a platinum, but it wasn't pretty. They were 1 for 1 and then stumbled to 5 for 16 before Troy Ruthven put on 26 at off 40. And I'll just say good day to Sono there. I'll actually chuck you in the draw for our final Slater Gartrell Intersport gift voucher there, as well as I'll put you in as a Club Caversham. So if you win it, we'll see you. I'll give out the final awards Friday night. I'll see you there. I know your club's hosting your wind-up the week after ours at our mutual sponsor there, so we'll catch up. With the bat, I mentioned Troy Ruthven with 26. Well, Jaden Bibby had 25, and the Rangers in that total of 102. A quarter of that was thanks to Maylands giving them 26 extras. Not what you want to do in a final, but I like the spirit of generosity. Thanks, Rowan. Appreciate that. And well done to Bullsbrook on the J grade trip. Is there, Rowan, I'll ask you a question. G'day there, Gav. I'll ask Rowan a question. Is there any truth to the fact there were 3 buses from Bullsbrook to Pickering Brook? As Rowan answers that, I'll acknowledge the G grade bowlers Suresh Virada with 3 for 11 and Sai Pragnapuram with 3 for 17. The skipper for Maylands, Sai Vadi, had 28, while Arun Velma chipped in with 22, and the only bowlers with a mention here, Shane Rakic and Matt Sykes for Allenbrook, both with a couple each. Well, what I'm going to do wow, I like the spirit there, Tomsy. Fantastic. And what I also like, viewers, a few of you have thanked me here and over the last few days for what I do for the sport and for the competition. I appreciate all of that. And what I will do to demonstrate that is literally just play a quick promo video to represent the joint relationship between the Perth Swan Cricket Association and us here at the Community Sports Show. And I'll be back in just a moment.
Across the Perth Swan, we love making noise.
dun, dun, dun. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was our final break of the season, and it was great to see the pictures in there. Thanks once again to everyone that's contributed photos, the clubs, and all those people behind the scenes doing the photography in it. Oh, hang on. Wardrobe change. Go 78s. Last segment of the year. I'm going to represent my mighty Middle Swan Cricket Club to round out the year. I've got accused of being an association lackey. I've been accused of being a Middle Swan stooge. I am my own man, and I'll do what I please, and I wear different hats, and I know how to distinguish them. Don't get me singing there, Gav. You'll regret that for a long time to come. All right, well, let's wrap it up. We've got 3 grades to go, including Gavin's. That's about to come up, and then we'll have a look at what's going on because it's nearly time for the awards. That's Friday night, and there's one of my 3 awards for cricket. Sadly, they all look like that, little ducks. So never mind, let's get back into it because it's time to have a look at the final top of the table clash for the season. The last one indeed was for H grade, and it was City Beach in first place, putting on 189 off 34 there, defeating Midland, who could only muster 117 off 32, 1v2, and the ladder going, or the title going to the minor premiers City Beach. Best of the batsmen for the Green Range there, Lockie Teakle with, he had 52, Trevor Hart had 41, Jake Codlin with 39, and then Jack Wheeler with 30. Thanks, Jack, for the photos during the week. Appreciate that. They made it into our final Warriors video. Wayne Phillips was the best of the bowlers, in fact, the exceptional bowler for Midland. He had 5. I think that's our only fifer in the finals this weekend just gone. Wayne Phillips with 5 for 31, and then 4 individual Midland players bagging 1. Satvir Singh had 29 runs with the bat for Midland. Alan Turvey 18, Ray Turvey with 11, and then City Beach actually getting the second highest score with 22 extras. Jack Wheeler getting 3 for 6 off 4 to go with his 30 there, and a catch. So I suspect that he got the H grade man of the match there. And Harry Kay. Now, I'm not sure how you pronounce your surname there, Harry. K-A-U. Is it K? Cow? Core? Harry, well done anyway. You got 3 for 20 in a grand final, and that's something a lot of people wished they could do. Now, as we have a look at I grade, I'll just move that up there. It's the second of our, and at the final of our 3v4 matchups. And this is where Gav and his crew got the job done. Coolbinia West Perth putting on 97 off 30. Not enough, unable to defend it, but a standout performance by Aaron Robson with 53 off 43 down there at 7. Trying to put some sort of credit to that score. Dane Peake with 22. So there's 75 out of your 97 from just 2 players. Sathara Withranathi had 4 for 17. Mark Cosso 3 for 17, and Richie Aguilera with 3 for 13, all doing the damage there. Literally, those 3 players getting all of the wickets for Mount Lawley Inglewood. And Sai Lakareddy had 4 catches as a keeper. Big standout there. So well done, Mount Lawley. And there he is, he's online. A big shout out to Sono Gav. He led the charge for the Panthers with 34 at 1 to set them up. Cosso with 17 at 2, and Aguilera with 15 at 3. So 1, 2, 3 getting the job done there for Mount Lawley Inglewood, whilst all around them. Cosso 3 for 17. Oh yeah, 3 for 7. I did say that, didn't I? I'm happy to be corrected, but it's on my sheet. Sathara with 4 for 17. Mark with 3 for 7. And Richie with 3 for 13. If I got that wrong, I do apologise. I'll have to find a new stats person in the off-season. Aaron Robson took 2 for 23 to go with his 53. And while you're there, Gav, if you could let us know who the man or the player of the match was in that game, we'll give them some credit as well. Alright, and as we wait for the final answer about the man of the match in I grade, let's have a look at J grade. Dun 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 dun. I don't know what song that is either, Gav, but Les Murdy Mazenod. I had no commentators on the weekend because Weasel and Foxy went in. Mark Cosso, well done there, Mark, and deservedly so with his 3 for 7 and his, I did mention it there, 17 with the bat, so good effort. Love to give credit where it's due. And unfortunately for Les Murdy Mazenod, there's not a lot of credit to be given out. Minor Premiers going down 101 off their allocated 40 overs. Really just wasn't quite going to be enough. Bullsbrook. And we saw Rowan there say they were going to take 3, but he wasn't up for driving one back. And no surprises there because it was a good win. 8 overs spare, 7 wicket win to Bullsbrook, 3 for 102. And a special mention to the former Middle Swan players up there at Bullsbrook, our Great Northern Highway neighbours, even though they're 20 k's away in South Geraldton. Well done to Jonas Mattingly and Luke Jackson, who both live up that way. So well done, fellas. Craig Edwards, and I did smile because one of those two will get a mention in a moment. For Les Murdy Mazenod, the Kookaburras, Jake Edwards had 25. Craig Mitchell, after recently celebrating his 400th game for the club, had 16 not out, and Neil Harris with 16. Fred DeLacy had 3 for 13 for the Bulls, and Mel Kirby and Stewie Bennett both with a couple. Mel Kirby backing up his pair with 35 not out at 5 for Bullsbrook, and Brad Bennett with 26, Hooper with 15, and for the Kookaburras, the Prez, Joel Kenworthy getting 2 of the 3 wickets there. And Rowan, if you're still online and want to let me know who won the man of the match for your game, I suspect Mel Kirby, but we'll wait and see. Alright, as we wait on that, let's just do a quick recap because that is the end of the grades. Every game, every week, that is what we've done. We've looked at the batsmen, the bowlers, the fielders, and we've given credit where it's due, and that's what we love. So that is a wrap on the games. Let's recap now the Golden Ducks. A season total of 415, A grade with 43, C grade just one behind with 42. Yeah, it was Kirby there. I will just let that, as they say, let that one through to the keeper. D grade with 40, City Beach. Well, they got a premiership and they finished the last 11 weeks of the regular season without a Golden Duck. That is something to take pride in. The winning club, well, they'll be announced on Friday night at the association wind-up, as will the All-Star team. I just want to give a final acknowledgement here on the review show to Paul Fernie, local loan Allenbrook, for coming on board as a sponsor of the All-Stars, as well as Intersport Slater Gartrell. Thank you, and thank you to Purse Swan Cricket for backing the idea As recently as this afternoon, I was still fielding queries about team selection, appointments. It has been an interesting experience that we will build on and develop next season. We might tweak a few things, but bottom line, it has gone down a great success. 7 batsmen have been selected, 4 bowlers and a 12th man. We have 9 grades represented from 9 different clubs, and the team has been based on their efforts. Every week we do an effort of the week. Good evening to you there, West Coast. Just snuck in. I'll chuck you in the name list for our final Slater Gartrell voucher giveaway over there. I'll draw that in a moment. Good to have you with us, and good to have you as part of our competition this season. They're all-stars. To wrap that conversation up, I've looked at stats, I've looked at efforts, I've looked at performances, I've looked at roles, I've looked at averages, I've looked at everything. I've heard feedback, I've been queried, I've been given input, and those people will be receiving the inaugural All-Stars jackets. They're exclusive. There's only going to literally be 12 of them in Perth, and the team will all receive theirs on Friday night. All right, let's get into it. The final review show, the Intersport Slater Gartrell Perth Swan Cricket Association review show, effort of the week winner. Every week this season we've donated a Joey's Swan Valley Diner voucher, a Slater Gartrell Intersport voucher, and an ID Athletic prize pack to the winner of this award. And congratulations goes to, for the final effort of the season, goes to Matt Sadler of Bayswater, who took out the man of the match in the first grade match on Saturday and Sunday. So the umpires adjudicated him to be the best, and it's hard to argue with his 30-odd with the bat and a couple of wickets with the ball to get the win for Bayswater in a tight game over the minor premiers. He got 2 Slater vouchers last weekend, so enjoy those, Matt. It is almost time. I am literally looking at a sheet that says thank. So I want to thank the guests that have been in the studio this year. We've had more guests in the studio this year, thanks to the clubs putting people forward, than we've had across the last 3 years combined. This show is growing. It is as big as our weekend broadcast now, and that is something we take great pride in. So thank you to all the co-hosts and the guests that have been here throughout the season. Thank you to the clubs for putting your scores up, for giving us guests, for giving us pictures. To the sponsors, our platinum sponsors, ID Athletic. I was about to go ID Athletic. ID Athletic for your sporting apparel and promotional club merchandise. Vision Decor for your curtain blinds, awnings and hybrid floorings. Barner Construction, our gold sponsor, building big things across WA and building them well as PFG Plumbing and Gas, Slater Gartrell Intersport, and Joey's Swan Valley Diner. Thank you to all of you for your contributions over the course of this season. Can't do it without you. To the people that have helped out, I mentioned Chris, to the commentators, Mike Fox and Neil Worsley. I got it right final time. Thank you to all of them, but most importantly, thank you, the viewers, for joining me here as part of the Community Sports Show. I can tell you, it's not an unofficial number. I can tell you 2 weeks ago I'll announce the final number at the wind-up tomorrow night. But I can tell you we are nudging 7 figures. So that is 4 times more than last year. And that's all because clubs got behind the effort of the week, the video of the week, the warriors of the week, talking to the executive, a member of the executive today. all of these will continue next season. But for now, that is a wrap. This weekend, no cricket. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe sit at home. It's going to be a wet, windy weekend here. WA about to experience the effects of a tropical cyclone. I might stay at home out of the wet, or I might go up and watch a bit of pre-season footy, because this year I will be calling a bit of Perth Football League, the amateur competition here. If anyone has a request for winter coverage, I've got plenty of gaps I can fill your gigs with. Now, before I go, thank you, Rowan, I appreciate that. I have one last thing to do. I have, what have I got there? 8 names in front of me. I'm going to blindly, actually, to be fair, I'm not even going to look. Here's the piece of paper it's written on. You can see there's a circle there. There's a circle there with all your names. I'm going to put it on the table. I'm going to spin it completely blank randomly, and wherever it stops, there's good enough for me. And I'm going to get my pen, and I'm going to go, and I smile because the winner of the final Slater Gartrell Intersport voucher for season 25-26, it's not a person, it's Caversham Cricket Club. Well done, Crusaders, on taking that out. I'll get that to you on Friday night, and you can give that away at your leisure. All right, well, that's it. I am Noel Knowlesy Johnston. On behalf of all the guests that have joined me, on behalf of the commentators who have been a part of the show on weekends, thank you to one and all. I am looking forward to the wind-up Friday night Association Media Awards. There's 6 plaques being given out, plus the introduction of our inaugural All-Stars team. Thank you to the photographers, everyone that's contributed. We're here together. I'm just sadly for you all at home, I am the face of the show. Thank you everyone for being a part of it. Till next time, whenever that may be, in these troubled times, if not now, when, it is important to say, please take care, stay safe out there across the globe. Weather, circumstances, life is tough out there. Take care, stay safe. As always, be nice to yourself, but in these especially troubled times, please remember to be nice to those around you as well. Bye for now. And thank you, Gav, I did see that one.
Tune in every week to the show we adore. From the heart of Perth to the world beyond, let's hear your roar. Perth Swan Cricket, let's make it clear. The community sports show brings us the cheer. Batting, bowling and fielding with flair. Each game is a story for the players out there. Riding the highs, embracing the lows with passion and pride. That's how this game flows. It's the PSCA Review Show, bringing you magic and many a treat. Feel the thrill and the pain and even the heat. Awards and recognition for all every week. Come on, join us. Let's take a peek. Hey! Breakdown of the action. Listen to the crowd. Cheers for the wicket. Oh, they're screaming loud. Cricket's not just a game. It's a sight to behold. Stories of legends, both young and the old. No matter the grade, we cover it all. With every wicket taken, we rise and we fall. Across the grounds of Perth, we gather and share memories of triumph, skill, and the players' great flair. It's the PSCA Review Show, bringing you magic and many a treat. Feel the thrill and the pain and even the heat. Awards and recognition for all every week. Come on, join us. Let's take a peek. every strap pulled tight, we all sing along. Commentary electric with stories that soar. This week's highlights leave us hungry for more. Catching every moment, we live for the fight. Every player's battle, our hearts feel it right. It's the PSTA Review Show, bringing you magic and many a treat. Feel the thrill and the pain and even the heat. Awards and recognition for all every week. Come on, join us. Let's take a peek. So tune in each Friday. Don't miss the show. For all that's exciting, the hype and the glow. Thanks to the sponsors who believe in the game. Your support and pride have earned you the fame. To Perth and beyond, we're proud to declare the PSTA Review Show is tops everywhere. With bats and with balls, we're ready to roll. Join in the action. Come and feel the soul.